All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Go face the east. Call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim,
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 Call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kakudash.
Call Lord Yahweh,
Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kakudash.
Hey, divine be to the apostles and those great millstone who taught you the spirit. Peace, much love, and safety to Israel. Hopefully, elect of Israel. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the children of Israel according to this Bible. Hot time got to seek in 2023. Hopefully, you have prophecy, and we're going to deal with Hellenized Jews, man. All right, go ahead. No, wait. Actually, give me first Maccabees, the first chapter, before we go into that. No, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. It's the definition right there.
The word Hellenist means Jews who made Greek their tongue and with it often adopted Greek ideas and practices.
That's it. No, and that's it. So we're basically dealing with the Jews, Greeks, and Gentiles. Man, it's the topic of the day, man. All right, and we're basically going into the history on when it all started, man. You know, so it all started out going back to the time of the Greeks, right? Dealing with Alexander and his four generals, ended becoming a dynasty, right? And you had the Ptolemaic dynasty that ended up coming up into power, and through that dynasty you had Antiochus Epiphanes. I believe it was the fifth, right? We got it in the Common Bible Dictionary, that took Israel and rose up against Israel and made Israel adopt the ways of the Greeks, man. All right, and you had certain Israelites that already adopted those ways, right? That was already down with it, you know. But it was to be forced, man. You know. So that's how you gotta understand the scriptures. You gotta know what time you're in too. See, because when Paul was going out through Rome, Italy, Galatia, Pontus, all throughout those different regions up in the Middle East, man. Hey, those were Israelites who believed in the Greek ways of life, right? Those wasn't regular heathens that were of another nation. Those all were Israelites, man. Right, but see, Christians nowadays, they don't understand that fact because, first of all, they don't deal with the Apocrypha, man. And the word Apocrypha means to be hidden away. Nor do they get deep into the history of the scriptures and getting deep into the understanding of the Bible. They're not even on the surface, man. You know, they're very shallow when it comes to understanding the Bible and what the Most High's message is about. But that's what we're here for, man. Amos 3 and 7, seeking to the service of prophets. Right? Yeah. You know, in various other scriptures speak about the Most High, you know, the secrets basically have been revealed, man. You know? Go ahead. Yeah. We need that whole chapter to just kind of just look at that whole thing.
First Maccabees 1 and 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, and smitten Darius, king of the Persians.
Now you can also read that in Daniel 8, real quick, so like it. Go ahead and give me Daniel 8, chapter 8. Start at Daniel 8, and go ahead and start at Daniel 8, real quick. Right?
Daniel's 8.
Yeah.
This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of King Belshazzar, a vision appeared unto me, even unto me, Daniel.
Go ahead.
After that which appeared unto me at the first. And I saw in a vision, and it came to pass when I saw that I was at Shushan in the palace, which is in the province of Elam. And I saw in a vision, and I was by the river of Uliah. Then I lifted up my eyes, and saw, and behold, there stood before the river a ram which had 2 horns, and the 2 horns were high, but one was higher than the other.
That's what the Persian means, because at first it was the Medes, but then it came into the Persian Media Empire, and one came up stronger, and that was the Persians, man. All right, go ahead. That's what he's talking about, the 2 rams. Go ahead. One came up on the other, but they all merged into one kingdom. Continue.
And the higher came up wide.
And that's the Persians, man. Go ahead.
I saw the ram pushing westward and northward and southward, so that no beast might stand before him. Neither was there any that could deliver out of his hand, but he did according to his will and became great.
Then that's it, real quick. this gonna be long. Listen, go to Daniel 7. Go to Daniel 7 and 2. Because see now, Daniel 7 and 1. All right. No, so I can actually no Daniel 2, and start at Daniel 2 and go to 30, I believe. Daniel 2 and 30. All right. But the vision, you know. Because see, the Persian and meat was the body of silver, man, right? Which was go ahead.
This is Daniel 2 and 30. But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me, for any wisdom that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation.
That's it, because the Most High was dealing with Daniel Allah, right? The Most High was dealing with Daniel. So the Lord revealed those secrets unto Daniel, man. It was that he was more wise than any other person upon the planet. It's because the Most High was dealing with Daniel because he was a prophet. So the Most High revealed those secrets unto Daniel. You know, just how the Most High do all the prophets. But go ahead.
And that thou mightest know the thoughts of thine heart.
Yup. Because see, Daniel was getting a vision of Nebuchadnezzar's dream of dealing with the 4 major kingdoms going to rule in the end, right? Which we're going to go into dealing with really the Persians and right now in the Greeks, man. Because see, the Greeks was when Esau first came into power, right? That's the beginning of the wicked. You know, Alexander, Cassandra, Lysimachus, Seleucus, right? Cassandra, yeah, his 4 generals, right? That was the beginning of Esau's rulership, man. You know, that's when wicked multiplied upon the earth, and that's also in the book of Proverbs, right? When the wicked bear ruled, and that's when transgressors multiply, right? So that was the beginning of this man's civilization. That's why in America they say that it all started out with the Greeks, but no, that started off for the so-called white man, because civilization always been going back to dealing with Adam in the garden. See, because Adam understood the laws of the Most High. Adam had a way of living, right? But it's the beginning of Esau coming up into power, because before then, the Esau was under subjection under Israel, man. Esau was under subjection, you know? So that's when the scripture say then, and then when you read Genesis 25th chapter, or 26, it's about, or 27, it speaks about how when Esau, that he was going to break his yoke off his brother's neck, because Jacob had dominion over Esau at a certain point in time. But Esau broke that yoke up off of him, man, right? That yoke got broken up. And it all started out dealing with the Greeks, man. But go ahead. No, TV. You got the Daniel, right?
Daniel 2 and 31. Thou, O king, saw and behold a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and from thereof was terrible.
Yep.
This image head was of fine gold.
A fine gold. Now, fine gold being the splendor, right? Now, because when you go, like I said, when you deal with the 7, I think it was the seven ancient wonders of the world, you have what you call the Babylonian Empire, right? And they had what you call the got the name of it, but they basically their kingdom was beautiful, man. You know, when you type in the 7 ancient wonders of in the ancient world, Babylon, I think it's called the something garden. What's it called? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, right? You look at the images, man. It's very beautiful. You know, Babylon was very esteemed in riches, man, and in wealth of gold and of substance. That's why it's a head of gold, meaning it was the splendor of it, man, the beauty of the kingdom. Babylon is a very beautiful kingdom, man. It looks better than a lot of kingdoms, even modern kingdom today. You know, ancient Babylon was way better than fucking America.
I got you. Right.
You know, you got it.
Hanging Gardens of Babylon. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon were one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, listed by Hellenist culture.
Yep, that's it.
They were described as a remarkable feat of engineering,
yep,
with an ascending series of tiered gardens,
yep,
containing a wide variety of trees, shrubs, vines, resembling a large green mountain constructed of mud and brick. It was said to have been built in the ancient city of Babylon, near present-day Hilla Baba, province in Iraq. Okay. The Hanging Garden's name is derived from the Greek word kermentos, let overhanging, which has a broader meaning than the modern English word hanging, and refers to trees being planted on a raised structure such as a terrace.
So it's very beautiful, and the image is nice, ain't it? On the image, yeah. It was so you can look it up, or you show the camera, you know. So it was basically it was very splendorful, man. It was a splendorful kingdom, you know. That's why they had to go. Go ahead, Darius.
Daniel 2:32. This image head was of fine gold.
Yep.
His breast and his arms of silver.
Now as silver, when you deal with we know that now silver is stronger than gold, man, right? Because see, gold's soft. Gold is a softer metal, but that means the military might, because see now silver valuable? Yes, there was the person, and probably beautiful was also too, but the military might of that kingdom was stronger than Babylon, man, right? That's on that. No, get to the keep going on that.
His belly and his thigh of brass.
Now, brass is stronger than both the silver and gold. Now, we know brass being the third, which was who? The Greeks. Dealing with Alexander the Great and his 4 generals. Go ahead, get the whole
Hey,
thing.
Slocky, right quick. And then they'll try to tell you that that land of Iraq was always a fucking wasteland, a desert. But that's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lie. It was buildings. It was built up.
Yeah.
Right? It had, literally you can go back to history and you can see, but they'll tell you that, oh, there's a desert out there.
No.
No, it was literally Babylon.
It was wonderful.
It was a kingdom.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Now that kingdom was broken down, the sand blew over time, but it was still a beautiful kingdom underneath all that rubbish.
Yeah. Go ahead.
His legs of iron, his feet part of iron.
Now iron is good dealing with the Romans. Now see, this is one thing that the Greeks didn't conquer the whole known world at that time. Right? Now they conquered majority, but the Romans went and conquered all that whole known world at that time. See, the Romans had power over everything. You read that in Daniel, 11th chapter about the eagle that had power over the whole world. And at that time was the known world, right? Because see, the whole world wasn't even discovered really going back. Really was discovered dealing with the northern tribes, but the whole world will always migrate up in the Middle East, man. So that whole known world at that time was up in the Middle East. That world was conquered by the Romans. That's why it's of iron, because iron is stronger than brass, iron is stronger than silver, and iron is stronger than gold. But the splendor of it was lesser, but the military might of it was stronger. That's why the Romans were able to conquer so much land and conquer so much, because the Most High also gave them that power, right? Because Scripture say the Lord told Esau, by thy sword shalt thou live, right? But that was also dealing with prophecy, man. You know, the Most High set them up to be the power at that time. And now the iron mixed with clay is it's America. You know? It's iron mixed with clay. It's strong, but it's weak. Because how? Because it's mixed in. It's a melting pot. You know, every nation is here. All nations here in America. All throughout the military, right? So, but we're at the fourth beast all over again. You know, which is America, which is Rome, same thing. It's just revised and renewed, man. You know? But go ahead.
And part of clay.
Yup.
Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands,
Yeah, and that stone, go ahead.
which smote the image upon his feet.
And that's Yahweh Shai. That's coming to really destroy the whole entire infrastructure of all these kingdoms, because see, all these kingdoms are one now in America. America represents all these captivities. You read that in Revelation 11, man. It speaks about how that this is Egypt, Sodom and Egypt. You know, this is all the kingdoms all over again. You know, this is all the spirit of these kingdoms are all lying here in America, man. So yeah, when Yahweh Shai comes, going to destroy all those kingdoms. Go ahead.
Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces.
That's it. Go ahead.
Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer.
Now, this is prophecy. This hasn't happened yet. Go ahead.
Threshing floors and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them.
Yep.
And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth.
That's a great government, and that's how it was shot. Go ahead.
This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king.
That's it. Now go back to who's we at? Yeah, go back to Daniel's 8. Just want to brief report on the history on that quick history real quick.
This is Daniel's 8 and 5. And as I was considering, behold, a he-goat came from the west.
Now the he-goat is talking about Alexander, right? Go ahead.
From the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground. And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. And he came to the ram that had 2 horns, which I had seen standing before the river, and ran unto him in the fury of his palace.
Yeah, now let's dealing with the battle between the Greeks and the Persians, man. Right? Basically, Alexander and dealing with what's his name? King Darius, man. Go ahead.
And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with shoulder against him, and smote the ram, and brake his 2 horns, and there was no power in the ram to stand before him. But he cast him down to the ground and stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand. Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up 4 notable ones, the 4 winds of heaven.
And that's the 4 numbers, like we said again, was someone help me out. I'm these names losing my mind. These 4 generals.
I can't think of it. Alexander, Las Lumicus, and Cassandra.
Okay, yeah. Right now I can't think of it right now. I'll tell my right now. Yeah, go ahead. I can't think of it.
And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great, toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land.
Now that's someone who that's dealing with Antiochus, man. Because see, out of that came Antiochus Epiphanes.
Yes, Slakia. Diaconus, Lysimachus, Cassandra, and Ptolemy.
Okay, come. So then that little.
That's why I keep.
Yeah, because
it's so much. It's so much history, bro. You go in that history, you gotta write it down.
No, I remember. I know that, but I can't right now. My brain can't. I can't. Too many scriptures. Go anyway. So that was Alexander and his 4 generals, man. Okay. I still can't remember how far now, but go ahead. I don't know why I can't. Hey, Lord, let me remember.
And it waxed great even to the
and that was Antiochus Epiphanes, that little horn, man. Okay, that came from out from those 4 other horns. Because now when you go in down the 11th chapter, and it speaks about you had those 4 those 4 generals that became kings, right? They fought amongst each other for power, right? And then the main line that came up was the Ptolemy dynasty, man. Okay, the Ptolemaic dynasty, and out of that you get Antiochus Epiphanes, man. You know. Go ahead.
Hosts of heaven, and they cast down some of the hosts and of the stars to the ground and stamped upon them.
Yeah, let's just now go ahead real quick. Now go back to give me first Maccabees chapter 1. Go back to Maccabees chapter 1.
Verse 2. This is verse 1. And it First Maccabees 1:1, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, and had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth.
Now there we go, because we just read about that. See the goat in the ram. The goat being Alexander's 4 generals, and the ram being King Darius, man. Go ahead.
And went through to the ends of the earth, and took the spoils of many nations, much that the earth was quiet.
Because why? Because see, the Greeks had the power over the world, so they dominated the world, man. go to the phone real quick. Because he don't see these. No, I don't need that.
Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up.
That's it, because the Most High set him up, so his mind was lifted up. Because he had power, man. So that power that the Most High gave him lifted him up. He was being prideful, man.
And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations,
Yep,
and
that's
kings
it.
who became tributors unto him.
That's it, because the Greeks had the power, so they became tributors unto them. Go ahead.
And that we go back to tributors is paying taxes.
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Like we do now. We
Paying
became
taxes.
tributaries unto the Esau
Because,
Edom.
yeah, because they had the power.
Because they're the power.
They're the power of the world. Go ahead.
And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die.
Yep.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had
Yep.
been brought up with them from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule over one in his place. And after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evil were multiplied in the earth.
That's it. Evil was multiplied in the earth after the dynasty of these men. Now go ahead, read this from the top.
And there came
Hold
out
up. You got that something real quick.
All boundaries and borders of
No,
countries.
read from the top, the title. From right there.
Geography pages, the breakup of Alexander's empire.
That's it. Right.
So the
Solutions.
the Seleucid Empire was founded by Alexander's general Seleucus. His descendants were generally named either Seleucus or Antiochus. India and much of the lands to the east of Persia revolted and returned to local rulership on the death of Alexander. Then we have Ptolemaic, which is the Ptolemaic Empire, was founded by Alexander's general Ptolemy, who took Alexander's body with him to Egypt. The ruling men of his line were all named Ptolemy, and the woman Cleopatra. Macedonia was claimed by members of Alexander's family, who were all eventually murdered. The land reverted to the statues of a small kingdom until it was taken by the Romans in 168 BC.
Hey, Salaki. Diaconus means successors.
This is, yeah.
Salaki. I said Diaconus. But it's solutions.
Solutions, yeah.
What's the other one? I didn't know.
Yeah, solutions.
Ptolemy. But solutions with Ptolemy the sounded like
And that's the main thing.
that, but
No, it's not good.
yeah. No, it's Didachias. Didachias means successors. Alright, my bad. Salaki.
Much of Greece
This a hit me when he said some shit.
Much of Greece had been virtually independent of Alexander's even during his lifetime. On the breakup of the empire, Greek cities started forming leagues for defense. Some came under the control of several of the competing generals, and there was a rather confused period which culminated in the takeover by the Romans in 146 BC. That's it.
That's it. So they basically, and that's it. So basically, they all rose up against each other, man. Right? Now go ahead, go back to that dealing with First Maccabees real quick.
First Maccabees 1 and 10. And there came out of Shlaka. First Maccabees 1 and 9. And after his death they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth.
And evil multiplied in the earth. So that was the beginning of the wicked. That's why scripture say, hey, Esau is the border of wickedness, man. And all that began with the Greeks. So the so-called white man's power came in with the Greeks, man. You know? Go ahead.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surname Epiphanes.
Yeah, Antiochus' surname Epiphanes, a wicked root, man. Okay? Go, remember, give me Proverbs real quick, 20. No, I got it. Give me Proverbs 29 and 16.
Proverbs 29.
Yeah, 16.
This is Proverbs 29 and 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases.
That's it,
but
so-
the righteous shall see their fall.
That's it. So when the wicked multiply, transgressions increase. So that was the beginning of the wicked. Was Esau, which was the Greeks, man. You know? Go ahead. No, to you.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, named Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Yep, go ahead.
And in those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuade many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
That's it. So now we're getting to dealing with going into what these Gentiles, man. Because see, Jake started walking away from the laws of the Lord. Because see, when Antiochus came up, now go right back to that Daniel's 8th chapter, man. See, this is why you gotta see the order to understand the scriptures. You gotta know the history of the scriptures, man. And you gotta thoroughly understand the Bible, man. You can't just be some fucking regular smoke Joe ass nigga, read the scriptures, you know, and think you know the scriptures, man. Hey, this thing takes time to learn. You gotta sit down, pop up with a fucking notebook, go on Google. You gotta know, but you gotta know everything, man. You gotta know ancient history, man. You know, you gotta get into this thing, man. And you gotta know when you talk about those Gentiles, you gotta get into the roots of when it first started, man. Okay. So now Jake started going away from the laws of the Lord because the Most High set up Antiochus, right? That's right. To basically try down Israel, to make them to become Hellenized Jews, man. Right? Go ahead.
Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
So let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. Go ahead.
That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
That's it. Go ahead.
So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward hearing that they went to the king who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen.
That's to give them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. So now fast forward to when Yahushua just on the scene, when the Romans come into power, right? And then you got the 12 disciples. And you get to the point when Paul, which was surnamed Saul of Tarsus, come into the picture. Jake was already deep into those ways of the customs of the Greeks. That's what I was gonna say. Jews who made Greek their tongue, because they were given license after the heathen to do that wickedness, man. So when you see the word Gentile, there's two natural Gentiles. There's a natural Gentile, which are Gentiles that do not have the laws of the Most High, but you have those Israelites that aren't Gentiles, but they're in a Gentile state of mind, man. Right. Meaning they're walking in the ways of the heathen. Like just how nowadays. Jake don't know that he's a fucking Israelite, man. Right. You ask, exactly. They're in their Americanized ways of life. They eat pork. They celebrate Christmas. They celebrate Easter. They celebrate college. They do university. Unite in one.
Alpha, Pi, Theta.
Yeah, Alpha, all that Greek fraternities and shit.
Greek fraternities.
You know, and that's why the university.
They burn that shit in their skin.
Yeah, and that's why when you go to the word university, it means to what? Unite in one.
Unite in one.
So because they're united with the so-called white man, that's why they push you to go to college.
And that's what the New World Order is.
It's about to unite you in one.
All in one.
And they did that same thing. Well, you know that sat in the school. You got it. Okay, go ahead, TB. You got me.
Yeah, this is a different time.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Proverbs 11:21. Though hand join in hand,
the wicked shall not be unpunished. And that's it. Go ahead.
But the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
That's it. And that's the elect, and that's us. But though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. So even though you join in hand with Esau, hey, these niggas gonna go down with Esau, man. That's right. See? And that's the whole thing about it.
It's the Titanic, baby.
That's it. So when you read the scripture, you gotta know what the fuck we're talking about, man. Yeah. You gotta understand biblical timelines. You gotta understand biblical history and biblical timelines, man. You gotta know what time you're in. Because see, there was a period of time when Jake was going, like I said, again, into the ways of the heathen. We just read it in the book of Maccabees, right? We literally just went into it. So when you dealing with those Gentiles, those weren't fucking actual Gentiles that were non-Israelites. Those were Gentiles who didn't know they were Israelites, whose fathers and mothers was Greeks. Give me that real quick, Acts 16, dealing with Timothy and his father, real quick. I believe it's Acts 16.
And it's just like here in America. It's the same thing.
Simple. It's simple shit.
It shows reincarnation. Because even now they join hand in hand.
Yeah,
even now they made a covenant with the heathen.
Yeah, and like I said, this shit ain't hard to understand, man.
And we get a license to do after these devils,
16,
right? Right? You know, we get a license to drive, right? You got to get a license to get married.
Yeah. right?
Hey, we follow the custom of the Greeks.
Yeah, exactly.
We follow the custom of the Romans. We follow the custom of the heathen.
Because they're the power. You know?
Also with the covenant, you got like people like Kanye West and certain shit you can't say. That's a perfect point.
Mm-hmm.
So their covenant, which means agreement, is for those who don't know what that means.
That's right,
Their agreement is okay, you can do this, but even with their own music industry, they gotta be told what to do. They gotta be told what music to put out.
Right.
First, they gotta go up to Esau and say, "Daddy Esau, do I put this out? Is this fine for me to do?"
Right.
And then Esau would tell him, "Okay, yeah, but make sure you put a little bit of negativity in." So whatever he said with the Israelite stuff in it, whatever he said with the Israelite stuff, hey, I'm gonna take all your shit unless you not say that, or unless you not what Kyrie Irving did. He didn't even say shit. What did he do? Put out a quote.
Yeah.
Yep. Unless you apologize for that quote. Unless you apologize for that movie.
Put him fucking.
You know, unless you apologize for that, then I'm gonna take all your shit.
And what he do? He been down.
But that's their covenant. That's their covenant, and it also goes back to those who have not bowed the knee to Baal.
Yeah, exactly.
So right, those are the people who bow the knee to Baal. That's why they got to be destroyed by the nuclear flames of fire, because the tsunami, you know, Lord destroyed it by water, right? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Wait,
because
what are we talking about?
Noah with the flood.
Yeah,
Some people got destroyed by the flood, but that wasn't enough, right? But that wasn't enough, because why? Only thing to cleanse something is by fire.
That's right.
So yeah, Shalak, I'll talk to you.
No, yeah,
This is
yeah,
Acts
Yeah, you got a
16.
point. You gotta get that point out.
This is Acts 16:1. Then came he to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there named Timothy,
Yeah, go ahead. So you know, this is Paul, man. All right, go ahead.
the son of a certain woman, which was a Jew,
Now, a son of a certain woman, which was a Jew,
and believed, but his father was a Greek.
So his father was a Greek. What does that mean? Because Timothy's mother was a Jew, meaning she knew that she was an Israelite. She knew the covenants. She knew the law. But his father didn't know. Just how now did you get with a woman, right? She don't fucking know she's an Israelite. She don't know. She's an Americanized woman. But you're an Israelite. You know you're an Israelite. Same shit, man. So when you read the script, because why? Jake was he was a Hellenized Jew. But go ahead.
Which was well reported of by the brethren that were at Lystra and Iconium. Him would Paul have to go forth with him, and took and circumcised him because of the Jews which were in those
And
quarters.
he circumcised him. He got circumcised, man. Because that was of the covenant, to be circumcised of the flesh, man. Because Timothy didn't. And why was Timothy circumcised? Because why his father was a Greek, man. You know?
For they knew all that his father was a Greek.
So they ordered us. Now, does that mean that his father was a fucking Edomite? But that mean his father was no, it wasn't. He was an Israelite that was under the laws of the Greeks. He was classified as a Greek, man.
And as they went through the cities, they delivered them the decrees for to keep that were ordained of the apostles and elders which were at Jerusalem. And so were the churches established in the faith and increased in number daily. Now when they had gone throughout Persia and the region of Galatia, and were forbidden of the Holy Ghost to preach the word in Asia, after they were come to Mysia, they essayed to go into Bithynia, but the Spirit suffered them not. And they passing by Mysia came down to Trios. And a vision appeared to Paul in the night. There stood a man of Macedonia and prayed him, saying, "Come over into Macedonia and help me."
That's it on that. All right. Oh, you got some. So go back to the Maccabees real quick. Get a couple of those. We'll go back to the Actually, real quick, go to Acts 6 and 1. Do with that word Hellenist. Go to Acts 6 and 1 real quick. Fuck my brain. Acts 6 and 1 about that word Hellenist too. Just to get it. And then go to who to get that word Hellenist. Tell the dudes.
Bring that up.
Word Greek.
This is on it where this is where it talk about Timothy. Timothy's father was a Greek, right? Go ahead.
A Greek either by nationality, whether a native of the main land or of the Greek island or colonies. In a wider sense, the name Imbris all nations, not Jews.
Embraces. The name embraces.
The name embraces all nations, not Jews.
So the name embraces all nations, not Jews. Go ahead.
That made the language, custom, and learnings of the Greeks their own. Their own.
And that was
pro-
Timothy's father.
That's what it is.
So Timothy's father was. Read that again.
That made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own.
Right. So Timothy's father made the customs of the Greeks of the in which, and when you go into it, the true Greeks go back to Yapath, to Yapath's Japheth's, right? People that they came in and took over, right? They took over from Japhetic people.
Yeah, they start calling themselves Greeks.
They start calling themselves Greeks.
And they want the and they
After
want the
their
original
customs.
Greeks. Yeah, and they weren't the original Greeks.
Right, they weren't even the original Greeks.
Yeah,
But when you go into it, Timothy's father, by him being a Greek, the Greek was for the sense of the heathens, right? The heathens in that land were Greeks. But Timothy, who was not a Greek, he was a Jew. His father was a so-called, what you call a Jew, a Judean, right? When he took on the customs, like it says, that who took on the customs of the Greeks. Just like us here in America, here we came out of the slavery, we came out of so-called Africa, okay? We came out of the west banks of Africa onto America, okay? Got put over to America with the Greeks. Okay, we took on the customs, we took on the language, we took on the language of the so-called white man. We took on his English language. We had to speak in his tongue. So we were originally another the Israelites who were over in Africa, in so-called Africa. But when we got to America, we started speaking the Greekish tongue.
Yeah,
we speaking another nation's language. Okay, it's the same thing.
yeah, no.
Or the same thing was rapping.
Yeah, Jake is lost, man. You know?
So, but that was the same thing with Greek.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with Timothy's father. Is like these niggas.
Yeah, they
right?
don't know nothing.
They Greeks.
They Greeks,
Right? They don't get it.
They think like Greeks.
They lost.
They think like Americans.
You know?
They live like Americans. You know, their mind is the ideal of so-called white men. They're not in the
What was the
spirit.
yellow for? I didn't pay no attention.
This is saying about King. He's King.
Yeah, because they off, man. Yeah, Jake is just off, man. You know, Jake ain't.
But I like how they go way over there to talk shit.
Yeah,
They couldn't make it. Talk
Jake,
shit.
yeah,
We was all right here.
Yeah, Jake is off.
Coulda
Man.
walked up here and
Cause
said
see, Jake don't know what the
All
hell's
right now,
going on, man. These are American. Look, these are American Negroes, man.
Yeah.
We're dealing with American Negroes.
Hey, think about it. You American Negroes got two fucking names. You are named after two different people. You're African and then
you're
American.
American.
Goddamn.
The two countries.
How much more you named after two? How are you named after two so-called nations, which are two people, two separate colonizers, and they were actually brothers, right? Then you have Cipriano Asiatic. That's how Asia got its name, from Ciprianus Asiatic. So all these lands was getting renamed after a so-called white man colonized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, these niggas is lost, man. So that's why, like I said again, you know, we're not dealing with Israelites. We're dealing with niggas, man.
Yeah.
See, when you see a nigga walk down the
Same
street,
thing Paul was dealing with.
that's a nigga, man.
It's just they call them Greeks.
Hey, real quick, go to real quick. They're what you call the lower sword.
Hey, we call them niggas. They call them
They
Greeks.
call them Greeks.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Them Greek, look at these Greeks, man. And we call them niggas. Look at these niggas, man, because that's what they are, niggas.
You fucking Greek bastard.
That's what they are. They're niggas, man. You nothing but niggas. And that time too, speaking Greek was like a fucking a curse, man.
It was filthy.
It was,
Filthy
you know.
language.
But now you gotta get into the scriptures. But
Yeah.
back in that time, man, hey, look, Jake wasn't. Hey, look, if you was speaking Greek, you was looked down upon, man.
Yeah.
You know. And that's why Paul had to get Timothy circumcised, man. You know, because that was part of the covenant, man. No, yeah.
This is Acts 61, and in those days, when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews,
Now,
because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration.
that's it. Now go ahead, go to that word Grecians, man. Yeah, man.
The word Grecians means a Hellenist, one who imitates the manners and customs or the worship of the Greeks and use the Greek tongue. It is used in the New Testament of Jews born in foreign lands and speaking Greek.
That's it. So those are Jews born in foreign lands speaking Greek, man. So it's simple as it's clear as day, man. You know, it's clear. You know, it's simple shit, man. So this is why the Most High. That's why when a nigga can understand that the Lord only came for Israel, we ain't dealing with the Most High just blinded you, bro. Because it's clear as day throughout the scriptures. The Lord only deals with the Israelites. So when Paul went to these different other countries, those different other lands, those were Israelite foreigners, man, who didn't know who the hell they were. I mean, it ain't really hard to understand, man.
And they even said it in the in the blue letter.
Yeah,
it's
ain't
simple.
hard. It's simple.
Said there's not Jews.
It's plain as day, man.
Those that were not Jews.
It's plain as day.
So in other words, the Jews was over there.
Yeah, it's
Judeans was there.
Yeah, it's plain as day, man. It's crystal clear. It ain't a fucking hard understanding, bro. You know? But just because you don't want to get it, you don't want to understand because you're emotional, because you want the Most High to, because you want Lord to love every goddamn body, and just because in the kingdom of heaven, the next thing on earth is about power, man.
That's right.
You know, is that the blessing is the covenant and the blessing is for Israel, and that's it only. And salvation is only for Israel, and that's it only. But then people get offended when they hear that, and why can I be saved too? Because you're not an Israelite.
You're a heathen.
So if you're not an Israelite, you can't get saved, man. It's in the scriptures. The scriptures say it himself.
Because the Lord separated you heathens,
Yeah,
going all the way back to Adam.
that's it.
You understand?
Mhm.
And that's the whole premises.
That's it.
The whole premises is man was separated in the garden. That's why in the east you had man, east of the garden. Okay? You had Adam in the middle of it.
Yeah.
The Lord kept Adam separate away from you fucking heathens. Because you had no part to play other than to be a devil, other than to be a hindrance in this movie.
Because you see, eventually, because you see even how the Most High used Abraham, right?
Yeah.
When the Lord called Abraham out of his land,
right.
from his father Terah, right, which came out of line in Egypt.
Yep.
And that's another thing too. So you gotta know, you got another thing too, and also I didn't touch up on that last we talked about Abraham. Abraham's not the founder of the Hebrews. See, Abraham comes from out of the language of Eber, okay, which is the Hebrew or Al-Bar, which means of the past. Okay, so Abraham was known as Abram the Hebrew, okay, because that was the language that we were speaking. It was Hebrew, man. The Lashon Kodash was, that's why it means language of the past, man. You know, so Abraham comes out of the line of Eber, or it's like an Ibar, okay, Ibar, which, like I said, which is of the past. Okay, and out of that line, you got his father. You know, go into it. I think it was somewhere around Genesis.
Yeah.
He comes out of the line of his father Terah. Okay, and he came out of the land of Mesopotamia, and the Most High separated him from what? Those other people, and eventually, because what did Isaac do? Did Isaac stay back with his father in his tent? No, he left. He left. And the most separated Isaac because as Abraham died, Isaac went and left, man. He didn't, because another thing too, Abraham had people that came with him. He had a colony of people that came with him. He had a flock of people that came with him, and those people weren't all derived from that seed of Ibar, man. You know. So the Most High separated Isaac, and then Isaac had Jacob, and went on down. The Most High separated all the down to the 12 patriarchs, you know, and gave us the laws through Moses, man, which was written by stone, which was already given orally. But the whole point of the matter is that was their chosen seed, man, and now the seed to receive the promise. Now all nations. That's not how the Most High is getting down, man.
And you got to think about it. Isaac was separated from Ishmael.
Even all other brothers he had.
Abraham had 7 other sons, but the scriptures doesn't depict them in together.
They don't matter.
Right? Exactly. So Isaac was always separate, away from the heathens.
Exactly.
Right? It's just like when you go, like we're saying, go back from Abraham to Adam to the garden, and they were separated away from the other nations.
Yeah, because Isaac didn't even meet Ishmael.
No, yeah. No. He was there. Because Ishmael was 13 when he was born.
Oh, suck it. But he was the
13.
most cast him out.
But he was separated.
He separated from me. Is that?
Remember, because she was as he got older, you know what I mean, because what, jealousy and
Oh, yes, like,
you know,
yes, like I went on.
and that was the
Suck
fear.
it, yeah,
But they were separated.
Yeah, so.
Right?
Yeah, you're right. Suck it, yeah.
But they were separated.
Yeah, separate. That's it. But from he was separate from his other brothers, man.
Yeah.
So how the Most High get down?
You know, the scriptures don't speak about his relationship
With-
with his
with-
other brothers.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It
matter.
didn't matter. You know, because the Most High set him up. You know, but anyway, go back to who's we at?
Because remember, that's when the circumcision came in. And Ishmael was 13 at that time.
Go back to Maccabees real quick.
When Isaac was born, Ishmael was 13.
Yeah.
You know, remember the 8th day.
Yeah,
came in
yeah.
First
And that
Maccabees.
could-
Now, how long they were together?
Yeah, exactly. No,
how
we
long
don't
they
really
were together by that time?
Yeah, who knows?
You know, right? But the point is, they were still separated because she was put out after that. After Isaac had got up of age.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, because that was the thing too. Because of the Most High, he is that spotted there. Because the Most High wasn't dealing with Ishmael.
Yeah.
That wasn't where the problems were set. It was with Isaac. Shut out, we called Lord told Abraham.
He had to get rid of him.
So he had to get the hell up out of there, man. You know, and then too, in that covenant didn't come in until after, Ishmael was born.
Yeah,
Okay,
right. Yeah, Con. He was 13.
you know.
He was 13.
First Maccabees 1:15, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant.
There we go. That's it. So that's why Timothy had to go get circumcised, man.
That's right.
Because they weren't circumcising their children anymore, man.
Yeah.
And they're really dealing with Antiochus, man. That fucking devil, man. Go ahead.
And that same custom is here in America now today.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to
Circumcise
circumcise
your kids.
your
No,
kid.
you don't.
They'll ask you, do you want to circumcise?
Yeah.
They'll ask you, do you want to circumcise your son?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you have and you know you choose to do it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's that same Greekish custom.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the why y'all bashing me outside, man. We all circumcised, man.
Oh yeah.
Shit, cause fuck. That shit, man. You coming to the
It's
truth.
painful. You gotta
You
get
find out you gotta
circumcised.
get your shit cut. Yeah, goddamn, man. You know, why do y'all bashing me outside, man? Cause that's even though and that's why my little man's circumcised his spirit. Cause you know we know the scriptures. You're like, yeah, make sure you get circumcised, man. Get that portion cut off.
Yeah.
Then that's that covenant, man. That's the part of the law. Circumcise your children. Now it might not be on the 8th day. You know, they normally
do
do.
like, what, the 6th day or something?
No,
Fifth
like
day?
they do.
5th day or something?
No, first day.
Well, they did it on the first
Yeah,
day.
yeah, Blue got his shit.
Shit.
Yeah, Blue got his shit.
Yeah, see, they,
circumcised.
you know, it's
he,
wicked.
He
They-
got his shit circumcised on
They're
on the
wicked
first-
as fuck. They
on the
gonna do
first
shit
day.
off. Yeah.
First day he came out,
They
he
wicked.
customized circumcised on his first
They
day.
wicked as fuck.
First, I remember too. I think it was like what? Maybe it was the next day,
Oh damn, really?
or was it? Cause
Damn, hey, you right though. You probably
yeah, it was either the no, yeah, no, cause we was in the hospital probably 3 days. Sunday. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it had to be. Yeah, it had to be on that. It was the first date, man. First date came out a couple hours later, some shit. Maybe a day, maybe it was a day. Oh no, but he
Whatever,
got.
but the point is it was the 8th day.
Yeah, it went on the 8th day, man. Because the shit here in America is thrown off, man. They throw
got
the
it
shit off,
fucked up.
man. You know. But that's why we got the scriptures, man. You know. Go ahead.
and joined themselves to the heathen,
And join us to the heathen. Go ahead.
and were sold to do mischief.
Mhm.
And now, when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to regain over Egypt,
That dog looked at the fucking yes. Go ahead.
that he might have the dominion of two realms.
That's it. Antiochus. So Antiochus was running shit, man. Go ahead.
Wherefore he entreated into Egypt with a great multitude,
Yup.
with chariots and elephants and horsemen and a great navy,
Yup.
and made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt.
That's it. Ptolemy. Go ahead.
Ptolemy was afraid of him and fled, and many were wounded to death. Thus they got the strong city in the land of Egypt, and he took the spoils thereof. And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt, he returned again in 143rd year, and went up against Israel and Jerusalem
That's it. Israel, Jerusalem. Go ahead.
with a great multitude,
With a great multitude. Go ahead.
and entreated proudly into the sanctuary, and took away the golden altar and the candlestick of light and all the vessels thereof, and the table of the showbread and the pouring vessels, and the vials, and the censers of gold, and the vow, and the crown, and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all which he put off.
Right.
He took also the silver and the gold and the precious vessels. Also he took the hidden treasures which he found. And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly.
Yep.
Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel in every place where they were, so that the princes and the elders mourned, and the virgins and the young men were made feeble, and the beauty of woman was changed. Every bridegroom took up lamentations, and she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness.
Yep.
The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the houses of Jacob was covered with confusions. And after that, and after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collectors of tribute unto the city of Judah, and who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him certitudes, he fell suddenly upon the city, and smote it very sore, and destroyed much people of Israel. And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire, and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side. But the women and children took they captive, and possessed the cattle. Then builded they the city of David with a great and strong wall, and with mighty towers, and made it a stronghold for them. And when they put therein a sinful nation, wicked men, and forfeited themselves therein. They stored it also with armor and victuals. And when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, they laid them up there, and so they became a sore snare. For it was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary, and evil adversary to Israel. Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary, and defiled it.
That's so, hey man. So you continue to read it, you know. But that's the whole. That's, you know, want to get the whole history of it. Hey man, Antiochus came down. Go back to them 8 when we left off at. Antiochus came down with a heavy hand upon Israel, man. And then that was when we was told to, circumcise their children. You know, eat pork. You know what I'm saying? And you had the woman with the 7 sons. She didn't. Hey, they all died, man. Righteous deaths because they want to eat swine. So now Jacob was forced to be Greeks.
This is Daniel's 8 and 10, and it waxed great even to the hosts of heaven, and they cast down some of the hosts and of the stars to the ground and stamped upon them.
That's Israel. Go ahead.
Yet he magnified himself even to the prince of the host, and by him the daily sacrifice was taken away.
That's it.
And the place of his sanctuary was cast down.
So we just read that in the book of Maccabees, man. Go ahead.
And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression. And it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered.
Yep.
Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, how long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden under foot? And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. And it came to pass when even I, Daniel, had seen the vision and sought for the meaning, then behold, there stood before me as the appearance of a man. And I heard a man's voice between the bank of Ulah, which called and said, Gabriel, make these men to understand the vision. So he came near where I stood, and when he came, I was afraid and fell upon my face. But he said unto me, understand, O son of man, for at the time of the end shall be the vision. Now as he was speaking with me, I was in a deep sleep of my face toward the ground, but he touched me and set me upright. And he said, behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation, for at the time appointed the end shall be. The red which thou sawest having 2 horns are the kings of Media and Persia.
Yep.
And the rough goat is the king of Greece.
Yep.
And the great horn that is between his
Can
eyes
that
is
Media
the
Persian?
first king.
Hold on. Can that be the Persian? Like you said, go back right back to Darius, right?
Yep. The scripture, hey man, it's like I said. That's what I said. You know, hey, it's history, man.
History repeats itself.
That's it. And you gotta have that historical type of mind to get to this thing, man.
Persia was like
You know? You gotta get deep in this thing. You know, you can't be, like I said, a shallow ass nigga. And that's why these Christians, cause see Christians, they don't go into this type of shit, man. That's why these niggas be lost. And that's why you got niggas like Vocab Malone still trying to say that the Most High died for everybody. Get the fuck out of here. Go ahead.
Now that being broken, whereas 4 stood up, 4 kingdoms shall stand up out of the nation, but not in his power.
Yo, go ahead.
And in the later time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to the full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up.
Go ahead.
And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully and shall prosper in practices.
That's it.
And shall destroy the mighty and the holy people.
That's it.
And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. He shall magnify himself in his mind, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without head. And the vision of the evening and the morning which was told is true. Wherefore shut thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days. And I, Daniel, fainted and was sick certain days. Afterward I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished at the vision, but none understood it.
That's it. Because that's going to show you, man, how the Most High deal with the prophets. And that's why the prophets, they were called seers, man. Because they could see the future. And that made Daniel sick. He felt sick for a couple of days, man. Because that show you that the Most High, the scripture say that the Most High revealed the secret to his servants, the prophets. So that was, and Daniel, them niggas couldn't get it. They couldn't get it because it wasn't given to them to understand, man. You know? Now go ahead, go to where you at? Maccabees. You got in Maccabees. Now, real quick, go to Acts. Give me. Actually, you know what? Give me Romans 11. Give me real quick. Go to Romans 11. Give me Romans 11. Romans 11. Let me get Romans 11.
It's Romans 11:1. I say then, has the Most High cast away his people, as Yahweh Shemel shall forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Give me Isaiah 42 and 14.
The Most High have not cast away his people,
That's just so the Most High have not cast away his people. Go ahead.
which he foreknew.
Which he foreknew. Go ahead.
Wot ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession on the Most High against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High to him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
Go ahead.
Even so, then at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
That's it. That's someone now. Go ahead.
And if by grace, then is it no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then it is no more grace. Otherwise, work is no more work. What then Israel hath not obtained, that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blind.
That's it. And then that's the thing too. So all Israel is blinded. So now all Israel is going to get this truth. Go ahead.
According as
Get that real quick.
This is Isaiah 42 and 14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. That's Isaiah 42 and 14. Or did you want Isaiah 14 and 42? Isaiah 14 only goes up to 32.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
Sorry.
We're on scripture.
according as it is written Yahweh Shemel Shah have not given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear, unto this day. And David saith, let their table be made
Go
a
to
snare.
now. Go from there to Isaiah 29 and 10. It's like that. Cause that's so the Most High bind them, man. You know.
This is Isaiah 29 and 10. For Yahweh hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, the seers, have he covered.
That's it. Read it again.
For Yahweh hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep.
This is for the Most High put upon you the spirit of deep sleep. You know. Go ahead.
And have closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, the seers have thee covered. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed.
And that's it, because the Most High sealed it up, man. That's why even dealing with David, they couldn't get it because the Most High, sealed that thing up. But it also, when you even go in dealing with the Gentiles, that's why niggas can't. That's why they can't That's why you got GOCC saying that Edomites can make it, man. If you're saying that Esau can make it and all nations can be saved, and you've been blinded by the Most High. That's what all those Christian churches, they're all fucking blinded, man. If you're a Christian, you're a clown, man. You're a clown ass motherfucker, man. You're a clown, all right? Because Christianity ain't in the Bible, man, all right? That's nothing but bullshit. All they do is sing, holler, dance, do a couple sermons, right? Put out some prosperity doctrine bullshit, scream, especially those nigga churches. But see, them niggas, now you got those Edomite churches where like mainly Edomites, they go into the scriptures, right? But they go off. You got to think, they might bring certain things out that that be on point. But then they go completely way the fuck off, man. But now we talk about these nigga churches. All these niggas do sing and dance. They been doing that shit since going back to the slave houses, man.
Shucking and jiving.
That's when you watch a James Brown movie. James Brown first learned how to really dance.
From the church.
Was from the church.
They all come out the church.
All these big time singers, they all come out the church, man. Because all them niggas do is sing, man.
Shucking and jiving.
Sing and dance.
Shucking and jiving.
So I'm gonna show you, man. The Black Christian Church ain't nothing but a goddamn concert, man.
Yeah. Hey, where did that Where did that motherfucker? What's his name? Cleeflo Dollar. Deflo Dollar. What was he doing? He seen that money on the stage. Oh, he jumped on the stage. He started dancing on stage. That money, he was like, he was getting it. The Lord blessed him with some money, man.
It's in the book of Micah. They teach for hire, man. Yeah. And also these Israelites, these niggas that know they're Israelites, it's in the book of Micah. It's a day that teach for award and hire, man.
Yeah.
They teach for money, especially
That's
Nate,
how
man.
they do in the church.
That nigga Nate getting like what, $10 million a year off of IUI. Look it up. Look up his fucking his net worth, man. You like what the fuck?
150 billion.
The business is worth $150 million.
150 million.
So you tell me that nigga ain't them niggas teach for hire, man? They don't really almost threw my Bible at the fucking camera. Hey, they don't believe in the Lord, man.
Yeah, don't do that.
Cause I got mad, man. The spirit got pissed off. I almost threw my shit at the damn camera, man. I'm about to break my phone and shit. That'll be the spirit of the Lord, man. Cause you get hot, man. Cause this shit is serious, bro. This ain't no fucking thing you teach for hire, man. Or you come in and see to get money, or you come in and see to get women.
And they be like, oh, he said he getting hot. We get hot. Yeah,
man. That's what, man. And you teaching shit like, and all you niggas sold out, man. All you niggas, from Wi-Fi to IUIC, GOCC, ISUPK, Sakari, all you niggas sold out, man. All you niggas go off concerning the Bible. All you niggas go off in the scriptures, man. All right. That's why we don't deal with you niggas, man. You ain't nothing but a whole bunch of hip hop culture Israelites, man.
Hip hop Christians.
You ain't really about the Most High and its truth. You niggas do it for money, man. Cause you niggas getting paid, man. You niggas over there buying Jordans and shit off doing the Lord's work, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Buying the best fucking caps. I see niggas Man, I see niggas in Sakari teaching them fucking do-rags, man.
Yeah, straight up.
What that say in the scriptures, man?
Half of them be on red, half of them be on blue.
Niggas is going the fuck off, man.
That's some weird shit.
So you niggas, man, this thing ain't about the Lord no more, man.
And they got the Hellcat thing.
Yeah, and it's all about clout chasing and shit.
Hey, you seen what the Hellcat?
Yeah, it's all about clout and shit, man. It ain't about it ain't about the mess of everything's about fucking clout, man.
It's about money.
You don't want to be known and shit, want to be famous. And that's why you internet niggas, you Wi-Fi niggas did that clown shit up there in Chicago, man.
HOI, HOD, all them motherfuckers.
Because all you niggas want clicks, man.
Sakari was just out there. Fucking Sakari was out there.
Yeah, they all want clicks,
HOI
man.
was out there.
Them niggas want to be on fucking the news and shit.
AOC,
Televised live news and shit.
JOC. Man, there's so many Israelites went out there last week.
Because they ain't
man,
fucking
nuts.
Because all of that good shit, the most time dealing with none of those fucking niggas,
Clout
man.
chase.
They're a bunch of clout chasing ass niggas because they want to be somebody so bad, man. This thing ain't about being somebody, man.
Yep.
You know, if you're a prophet of the Lord, you're somebody to the Most High, and that's all that matters, man. But see, niggas want that recognition from other men. It's like I'm going off the topic, but it just spirit bring it up, man.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, go back to what we was talking about. First time.
Isaiah 29:12. And the book is delivered
That's
to
it.
him.
Just go back to go now real quick. Go to Romans 11 and start at 1. I mean, it's like 11 and 11. No, it's like 11 and 11. Go ahead.
Romans 11:11. I say then, have they stumbled that they shall fall? The Most High forbid, but rather through their fall salvation is come unto the Gentiles.
No, those Gentiles are what? Or Israelite foreigners, man. Right? Go ahead.
For to provoke them to jealousy.
To devote them to jealousy in the scriptures. The scripture saying that's in Hosea. You'll be provoked. I'll move you to a people by jealousy, man. And that's why those Jews was getting upset. That's why Paul got jumped. See, because when Paul brought some of them Israelite foreigners into the temple, they got mad, man. Because see, they was like, hey, the Spirit's only dealing with us. Because we're the ones in the land. So who the fuck are these niggas coming from out of Pontus and Galatia? And they were niggas, they weren't circumcised. They speaking Greek. Who the fuck are these niggas that think they come get the Holy Spirit, man? But that's what Paul thing was about. That ain't only just for you, also them too. Because they've been adopted back through the blood of Yahweh Shai. Just as Yahweh Shai died for you niggas that's here and here in the land, also died for those that are out abroad, man. James 1:1 real quick. James 1:1, man. You know, go to show you fucking Christians don't understand the scriptures, man. You can't rap this Bible, baby. It's simple as hell, man. You know? And what got me on the topic was just, I was on TikTok this morning. Hey, man, you got this nigga up in here talking about the Most High basically going off saying that the Lord died for all people and shit. Then you had this Issachar brother who was eating his ass up. I'm like, this brother in the spirit. Because he telling him, hey, no, you going off, man. He got all mad and emotional and shit. Cut him off the fucking feed and then put a bunch of Edomites on there. Talking about, man, you a clown ass nigga, man.
Found out the Israel was about
I don't found out. He thought he know Israel. And I think too about that nigga, he probably a fucking Edomite any goddamn way, man. You ain't no fucking Jake, man.
Shot to cover Edomite.
Going the hell off, man.
This is James 1:1. James, a servant of the Most High and of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
That's it. So to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad, man. That's why when you read the book, what's that? Real quick, I want to tell the dome. Go to St. John 7:30 or 30. It should be when y'all always try to say, I got sheep that are down at this fold, man. So that other fold was really talking about Jake that was scattered abroad. And even the Northern Kingdom as well, too. But the Northern Kingdom was way fucking gone, man. They was way out of there, man. You know? I think it's 30, man. I want to say that. I have this sheep, but it's not my fold. I think it was 17 or something. No, it's got to be 7 or something. Oh, shit, no, it's fold. No, it's one that says,
It says, and other sheep I have which are not of this fold, and also of this breed, they shall hear my voice. There shall be one fold in which shepherd.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. My bad.
John 10 and 15, I'm going to start at 15. As the Father knoweth me, even so know I the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep.
Yep.
And other sheep I have which are not of this fold.
That's it.
Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice.
Yep.
And there shall be one fold and one sheep,
That's it.
and
Because,
one shepherd.
is that because why? Because Israel was scattered abroad, and Israel was scattered to all nations, and that's all throughout the scriptures. Real quick, go to grab me real quick. Amos. No, grab me Hosea 1 and shit. Start at 1. 23 or something.
Hosea 1 and 1. The word of the Lord that
Praise the
came
Lord.
unto Hosea, the son of Berai, in the days of the Uzziah, Jotham, Azar, and Hezekiah, king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Josh, king of Israel.
Yep.
The beginning of the word of the Lord by Hosea, and Yahweh said to Hosea, Go take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms,
Yep.
for the land hath committed great whoredoms,
Yep.
departing from the Lord. So he went and took Gomorrah, the daughter of Diblam, which conceived and bare him a son. And Yahweh said unto him, Call his name
Look,
Jezreel.
Jezreel. Yep.
For
I
yet
believe
a
with
little-
Jezreel, which means monument, if I'm not mistaken. Go ahead. Or memorial. So like, go ahead.
For yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Judah, and will cause to cease the kingdom of the house of Israel.
Go ahead. So that's just so the Most High will cease the kingdom of Israel. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel.
Yup.
And she conceived again and bare a daughter. And the Most High said unto him, Call her name Lo Rahamah, for I will no more have mercy upon. I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away.
Yup.
But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by Yahweh their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horse, nor by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Lo-ha-ramah, she conceived and bare a son. And then said the Most High, Call his name Lo-am-I, for ye are not my people.
That's it. Cause see, at that point in time, the Most High had cast Israel off, man. You know. So at some point in time, the Lord wasn't dealing with Israel anymore. Okay. But the Most High cast. Go ahead.
And I will not be your power.
That's how I will not be a power. Continue.
Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Yep.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power.
That's it. Cause Israel was cast off. Go ahead. And those are those Gentiles. So when you go back to dealing with Paul's whole entire office was unto the Gentiles, but those were Israelite foreigners who didn't know they were Israelites, who kept Greek their tongue, went into that dealing with the word Hellenist, right? Went into dealing with the Maccabees, dealing with Alexander, dealing with Antiochus Epiphanes, and dealing with their history, showing you that at a certain point in time, Israel was alienated to the laws of the Most High. That's in the book of Galatians says that. Go ahead.
Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appointed themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel.
And that's prophecy, and that's talking about now. So soon we're going to be all gathered together. Now go back to Romans 11 and 11.
This is Romans 11 and 11. I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? The Most High forbid, but rather through their fall salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy.
Now to put them in jealousy, now who was the Gentiles and the Israelite foreigners? Right, those are Israelites. Now those who were jealousy was the Jews. We talking about because the Jews had envy against the Gentiles. Because they didn't want them to get the promise. They're like, well, you can't get the promise because why? They've been dispersed of these other lands. The Most High ain't dealing with them no more. Right? Go ahead.
Now, if the fall of them be the riches of the world, and the diminishing of them the riches of the Gentiles, how much more their foolishness? For I speak to you Gentiles, in so much as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify mine office. If by any means I may provoke to emulation them which are my flesh, and might have some of them. For if the casting away of them be the reconcile of the world, and what shall the receiving of them be but life from the dead? For if the first fruit be holy, the lump is also holy.
That's it. So if the first fruit be holy, also the lump is holy. And what's that? Abraham. So if Abraham be holy, right, then we all are holy. Go ahead.
And if the root be holy, so are the branches.
That's it. So the root be holy, so are the branches. And so we all stood from Abraham, right? Right? Go ahead.
And if some of the branches be broken off, and thou being a wild olive tree,
Give me Jeremiah. What's that? 2:20.
grafted in among them, and
Hold on. Read that again from TV.
and if some of the branches be broken
So
off,
some of the branches be broken off, and that's because Israel was scattered amongst all nations. Amongst all nations, Israel was scattered. So if Israel be broken off, go ahead.
and thou being a wild olive tree,
Being a wild olive tree, go ahead.
grafted in among them, and with them partakers of the root and fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches. But if thou boast, thou bearest not the root, but the root thee. But the root thee. Thou wilt say, then the branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in. Well, because of unbelief, they were broken off.
That's it. Go ahead.
And
Now
thou-
we just read that in Hosea, right? Because the Most High said He cast away His people, right? But Lord means I am not your power, but in your shall be said you are the people of the Most High. And that's why Yahweh Shai, but the world called Jesus Christ, came to what? To deliver repentance unto Israel, to graft them back into the fold of the promise, which was given to Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, and unto the 12 patriarchs for the 12 tribes of Israel. That's where the promise lies at, right? Go ahead.
And thou standest by faith, be not high-minded, but fear. For if the Most High spare not the natural branches, take heed lest He also spare not thee.
Yup.
Behold, therefore the goodness and
Hold that. Go to Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah 2.
This is Jeremiah 2:20. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I would not transgress. When upon every high hill and under every green tree that wanderers playing the harlot. Yet
And that's also why the Most High had Hosea, which was Hebrew as Howard Shai, which means deliverer, had him go marry a harlot, marry wife or woman of a harlot, because Israel was like unto a harlot. Should I just say read it again?
For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou saidest, I would not transgress.
Yeah, go ahead.
But when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderers playing the harlot.
They said that one's playing a harlot. Go ahead.
Yet I have planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me?
That's it, because why? Israel went off away from the laws of the Most High. So by Israel going off, right, dealing with either also Judah and Israel went off, the Most High cast them away. Go ahead. Through their unbelief. Go ahead.
For thou wash thee with nitrate, and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is walked before me, said the Lord's power. How canst
And
thou say?
there was no cleansing yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You couldn't cleanse yourself. You couldn't wash it off. And that's what Israel couldn't wash off its wickedness. Because it kept going back into the other nations.
Yeah.
They kept going into the ways of the Gentiles.
Yeah.
So there was no washing off that sin. Right?
Yeah.
That's why he said that no matter if you use nitrate or
There was no base, there was no sacrifice for their sins.
Yeah.
And that's why the Messiah came.
Yeah.
And it's, go real
Yeah,
quick. Go to
come.
Matthew
Hey.
1 and what's that? 1 and 22. What was it? Matthew 1 and 22, 1 and 23.
This is Matthew 1 and 22. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child.
Yeah, go ahead.
They shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel.
Which means Emmanuel means God with us. Go ahead.
Which being interpreted is the Most High with us.
Yep.
Then Joseph, being raised from sleep, did as the angel of the Lord had bidden him. And he took unto him his wife, and knew her not till she had brought forth her firstborn son, and he called his name Yahushua.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Where's the scripture says he shall save us from his sins? What's that? Matthew 1 and what? He shall save me from his sins. It's Matthew 1 and go to Matthew 1 and
Matthew 1 and 21.
yeah. There you go.
I just read that.
You, no,
Hey, my mom was down. Hold on.
21.
that's what I say. 20.
Hey,
21.
Slaughter, no.
1 and 21.
Yeah, 1 and 20.
Okay, go ahead.
1 and 20.
No,
you good. No. Okay, you go.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
That's it. So you save his people from his sins. Who's the Israelites? Real quick, go to Romans. Go to Romans 9. No, it's all good. Yeah, it's all good. Go to give me go ahead, go from there. Hey, go to Romans 9. Go to Romans 9 real quick.
Romans 9 and 1. I say the truth in the Mashiach, I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Rakakudash. That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. But I could wish that myself were accursed from the Mashiach from my brother.
Because Paul said he wish he could sacrifice himself for the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
My kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertained the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and servants of the Most High and the promise.
And that's your grafted in.
And that's it.
Right? Because that's to be adopted is to graft in.
Yes, sir.
Right? When you get grafted, you're adopting like you get a skin graft. You adopt a certain side of your skin to put upon another side of your skin, but it's the same skin that you're taking from your own body, because it's got to be your cell structure. It's got to be your skin, and you're taking it, you're grafting it in on another side. Well, that's the same thing as read that again.
This is verse
As being adopted.
Yeah, it's being
right.
grafted in.
It's the same thing as being adopted in. Okay, you're being grafted into the body. We're being pulled back in to the rights of Abraham, to the blessing of Abraham, right? Really, which go back to the blessing of Adam, right? Ultimately, it all goes back to the very root, the very beginning is Adam. So we get right back to that same blessing, to that same. So we're being grafted back in.
Yes, sir.
The same people, right? It never changes.
No.
It doesn't go from one. We was talking about that earlier. It doesn't go from one nation to another nation to another nation. The Lord didn't take that blessing and take it and give it unto the nation of Edom. He didn't take the blessing and give it unto the nation of Ishmael, to the Ishmaelites. He didn't take it and give that blessing unto the Ammonites or any other Canaanites. The fucking other nation.
What is
man.
it? Amos 3. Only have I known you from all the families of the earth.
That's it. For all the that's it, man. Hey, bring that out.
It is
Anyway.
a scripture,
Amos
man.
3rd chapter.
I mean, and it's
only you have I known of all the families of the earth.
and it kind of gets to a point, points like
Right.
you
It's,
know,
it's
simple,
redundant.
It gets
but
redundant.
you know what I'm saying. But the point is, so when you graft it in, right, you're doing a skin graft, right? You're taking off from your skin and placing it upon another layer of your skin, right? To cover up another layer. You might take some from the ass cheeks or wherever you take from, where you got more of a fatty area, right? They're not gonna go to another person and skin graft their skin. They're not gonna go to an Edomite and take the skin color of a red Edomite and take their skin and graft it onto a so-called Israelite. A so-called, it's not the same. So you're not gonna put some a separate layer of skin that doesn't belong. It doesn't belong.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Okay? It doesn't fit, so you can't graft it in. So that it's not the grafting in is not for the other nations.
Yeah, it's only for Israel.
Okay?
It's only for
You got that?
It's only for Israel.
This is Amos 3:2. You only have I known of all the
Start at 1.
It's verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against, O children of Israel, against the whole family which
And you
I
hear
brought up.
against the children of Israel. So once again, everything has been against Israel, right? It wasn't the Lord is not spoken to be against the nations. All this punishment in hell is for the Israelites.
Yep.
Everything that the hell that was put upon this earth was only because the Israelites broke the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man. Okay, so that's why the Lord said, all this I'm doing to show you, right? I'm going to put the heathen above you to teach you. I'm going to put you in the lowest positions so I can show you why you should serve and worship me and show you your sins and your transgressions. Okay, go ahead.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying,
The whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt. Who all was brought up from the land of Egypt?
Israel.
It was only the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans that were brought up out of the land of Egypt. It was only so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. It was our 12 tribes of Israel was in Egypt at that time. So it was only Israel that was brought up, not Ishmael. Ishmael wasn't there. It wasn't the fucking so-called Africans, Hamites, right? It wasn't Ham. Ham was already in the land. That's who they were. We come out of Mizraim. It wasn't fucking Elam, right? The Elamites. It wasn't Edomites. It was only the Israelites. It wasn't the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Perizzites, right? And all the other ites and zites. It was the Israelites. Okay? Right, the Hivites.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
That's it.
That's it. And that's why when like I said, and it was pretty quick, brief history, dealing with Daniel 2, Daniel 8, the book of Maccabees. Like we just briefed up on it, man.
Yeah.
You know, under like what, an hour and 20. And they even dealt with the, you know,
That's it.
you know, we
You don't gotta be all day.
Yeah,
you know?
you just brief up on it, man.
Yeah.
Quick brief catch up. That's what it is. You know, you can't go into every single detail of the scriptures. Hey, you know, not every details of history. Cause you'll be doing it, it'll be like a fucking 10-hour long lesson.
Right.
But what you do your own research and you brief up on it, man. You know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that history. You put it all together, man. You know, it's a summary. You know, quick to the point. And that's because Jake don't get that whole long shit any fucking way, man. You know?
Well, there was no other nation grafted in.
But Israel.
You know,
and,
that's
and,
it.
And at a point, it gets redundant.
The
You're like,
scriptures
damn.
is about nobody but Israel.
Because in your mind, it's like, how many scriptures you really go into dealing with only Israel? I mean, it's so many scriptures you go into. It's like, it gets to a point, it's like, all right, bro, this shit is simple, man. It's
Right.
not hard to get, man.
And whether it's the Old Testament
Or the new.
or the
It's
new.
all the same because, when you go into the scriptures and you even deal with the scriptures, it tells you that they, in the synagogues in the book of Acts, they quoted out of the song Samuel and the prophets.
Right.
You know?
They weren't teaching out of the New Testament because they was writing it.
Yeah.
It was in the works. When Paul was on the scene, the New Testament was in the works, man. Right? Matthew, the New Testament was in the works. They was writing it. That was happening before their eyes. They was with Yahweh Shai. They was witnessing the crucifixion. Okay, so they couldn't have been talking about the New Testament at that time. They couldn't have been quoting the New Testament because the New Testament wasn't in effect yet. It didn't come into effect till after Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Okay, until after the Lord had risen.
And then
they were speaking of what they were seeing.
Then it was all scattered.
Right.
You had
Then
to
the
find
scattering.
books. You
Right.
had to find the books and all that, put it all
Exactly,
together.
man.
You know, put it all together, match it all up.
Right. So what was they
So
talking
it
about?
was the whole process, man.
They had to be talking about what you call the Old Testament, the Old Covenant.
That's all they was calling on. Yeah, and then Christians, they think they're talking out of the thin air.
Right.
This is Acts 3:19. Repent ye therefore and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
Yo, go ahead.
And ye shall send Yahweh Shai, which before was preached unto you, whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things, which the Most High have spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began.
That's it. Go ahead.
For Moses truly said unto the fathers, a prophet shall the Lord your power raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me.
And that's the whole point. Because even
your brother.
Of your brother. That's the Deuteronomy 18.
Yeah,
and then we just read in Romans 11 that Paul quoted from Isaiah 29 and 10.
Yeah.
Right? So this whole entire what you got now is called New Testament. It's all quoted from the Old, but just re-edited and re-advised. That's all it is, man. But see, somehow magically Christians believe that the Apostle Paul and the apostles all teach it from their own mouth. And when you read 1 Peter 4:11 says, "If any man speak, let us speak the oracles of God." And what are the oracles of the Most High? The Bible, the Scriptures. That's the oracles of the Most High, man. So if any man teach, let us speak the oracles of the Most High. We're not gonna speak from our own mouth. We're gonna go back into the Scriptures, man, and say what the Scriptures are saying. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed from among the people.
Yep.
And all the prophets from Samuel and those that follow after, as many as have spoken, have likewise foretold of these days. Ye are the children of the prophets.
Ye are the children of the prophets.
And
Who's
of
that?
the
Go ahead.
and of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed. Unto you first the Most High, having raised up his son Yahweh Shai, and sent him to bless you.
Hey, hold on, slack it. Hey, because this right quick. This Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power Yahweh shall choose.
Yeah.
One from among thy brethren
Yeah.
shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
That's it.
So how the fuck you heathen nations gonna be grafted in? How the fuck do you make it in the mix? How is the Lord gonna save you? The Lord don't even want y'all even over us.
Yeah.
It was already from the beginning it was written.
Yeah, and then the number one excuse that when Yahweh Shai came, the law was done away with.
Right.
So that's what Scripture say, that I come not to destroy the law nor the prophets.
That's right.
But I come to fulfill concerning his death.
fulfill it.
And that's something that these fucking Christians can't understand. That's why they have a problem with the Old Testament, man. Because in order to push that new world Christianity, universal God, you gotta get rid of the Old Testament. And that's what they do in
Yeah,
churches.
that's why they want to get rid of it.
And that's why they try to get rid of it. That's why they try to over disperse it. Because see, the Old Testament
Because it's
always
straight to the point.
And it makes it plain and
upon
clear
tables.
that the
Plain
Most High
and
only
clear.
deals with Israel.
That's it. I mean, you got to remember, the Lord said He does not change.
Exactly, and that's why they only deal with Matthew,
Right.
from Matthew, Luke, and John.
Right.
Ephesians, and that's
Right.
all they quote. That's all they know,
Peters.
man. It's New Testament. But then they fucking butcher those scriptures, man. They go completely off.
Right.
Dealing with those scriptures that they love to go into in a so-called church, man. Because they ain't on no fucking level, man. They don't know the scriptures. Nor do they fucking even read them, man.
That's right. Listen.
Go to real quick, Acts. You got some TV? Reset?
Hope that bitch capsized.
Real quick, go to Acts 13 and 13.
Wow.
Ready? Okay, Acts 13, 13.
Facts. Facts.
This is Acts 13:13. Now when Paul and his company loosed from Paphos, they came to Persia and Pamphylia, and John departed from them, returned to Jerusalem. But when they departed from Persia, they came to Antiochus in Pisidia and went into the synagogue on the Sabbath day and sat down. And after the reading of the law and the prophets.
See, after the reading of the law and the prophets. So that's all that they quoted from, man. From the law and the prophets. They didn't think so.
How you gonna be a prophet? How you gonna be a prophet of the Lord and you wasn't in Egypt in the first place? I don't give a fuck. Egypt kills everybody, right? The captivity of being in Egypt. If you wasn't the nation, If you was not of those people that came out of Egypt in captivity, and when you go through the scriptures, the Edomites was tried to hold us up when we came out, right? They didn't want to let us pass through their land. Ammon, all the nations was not in captivity. So how the hell are you gonna put yourself in that place?
You know, I don't know.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you wasn't caught in that captivity, it's not you. You're not the people.
Is that because this is all about Israel? Go ahead.
The rulers of the synagogues sent unto them, saying, Ye men and brethren, if ye have any word of exhortation for the people, say on. Then Paul stood up and beckoning with his
So you
hand
was
said,
reasoning, going back and forth. Go ahead.
Men of Israel, and ye that fear the Most High, give audience. The Most High of his people of Israel chose our fathers, and exalted the people when they dwelt as strangers
Most High
in
of
the
Israel
land.
chose our fathers. That shit is possessive. It didn't say it chose the world's fathers. Ours. They're talking about their selves.
John 3:16 says so. So if God so loved the world, He gave His only begotten Son. You know, so because they're fucking clowns, man. They don't read up. Continue to go down the serpent. You know, so go ahead.
When they dwelt as strangers in the land of Egypt, and with an high arm brought he them out of it.
Yep.
And about the time of 40 years suffered he their manners in the wilderness. And when he had destroyed 7 nations in the land of Canaan, he divided their land to them by lot. And after that he gave unto them judges about the space of 450 years unto Samuel the prophet.
Yep.
And afterward they desired a king, and the Most High gave
So it's
them.
all about Israel, man. This ain't talking about nowhere else. And you can all read from what the Old Testament they quoted from the law and the prophets, man.
Law and the prophets. And that's the law and the prophets.
You know, really no point if you going into this.
Yeah, really. Yeah, I mean,
It's already been made, man. You know.
Moving on.
Hour 42. You got something else? Wrap it up. I'm not going to dance it.
Is that it? Good?
Yes, yeah. That's basically.
That's it.
I mean, that's really.
That's the point. It's the
You know what I
spirit.
mean? He asked 2 or whatever, but nah, I ain't sorry.
It's the spirit, man.
Yeah, it's
Well, we get it for. I mean, we want to get Acts 2. We go get it.
nah, it's like we at the point because Jake don't. Because see, Jake,
What's that? 240? What's that? 240?
you know, Acts 1,
242?
Jews that just burst out of all nations. And, I mean, so it's many ways you could go dealing with the Jews. That's how you could go the history route, dealing with Alexander. You could go dealing with just go straight to the Book of Acts, dealing with Paul and all his journeys, dealing with Israel. You go into Galatians, Ephesians, you go a lot of ways, man. You go a lot of scriptures, man. It's just to prove the point that the Most only deals with Israel, man. So if you can't get that, then you did something right. You're lost, man.
Yeah.
You know. So if you gotta get out of the Christian church. Christian church ain't got the truth. You know. But the Most gotta wake you up. So with that, we'll give our presence of an hour.
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahusha, Bashim, Kakudash.
The Bible be to the apostle, the millstone, touch the spirit with that. Shalom.
Shalom, Baba.